Hello and welcome to a tutorial on how to draw a Snowglobe sticker design in ProCreate. Some of the basic materials you will need are an iPad, an Apple Pencil, and the ProCreate app on the iPad. Once you have your materials, we'll start by creating a new document with the dimensions 2048 by 2048 pixels. Here are some basic tools that you can use in ProCreate. Feel free to explore them. For this design, we'll only use two brushes, the Studio Pen and the Monoline. On the left side, there are the brush stroke and opacity sliders. When you're ready to start drawing, select the Studio Pen from the drop-down menu and start sketching the basic outline of your snow globe. You can also use the Perfect Circle tool by holding down at the end of your circle shape and selecting Circle at the top. And then we'll sketch out the base as sort of like a rectangular shape. The inside design is whatever you want it to be. For this tutorial, I'll be drawing a snowman and some trees, with a cozy little cabin in the background, but feel free to explore other creative designs.
Actually, Lucy, my trouble is Christmas. I just don't understand it. Instead of feeling happy, I feel sort of let down.
I know how you feel about all this Christmas business, getting depressed and all that. It happens to me every year.
Feel free to take your time at this point. The design could be whatever you want it to be. Once you finish up with your design, tap on the layer with two fingers, and slide the opacity down. We'll use this as a reference for our line art later. So now we're going to create a new layer on top of the one that we just sketched on. This is going to be our line art layer, and we're going to use the monoline here. Essentially what we're going to be doing here is going over our initial sketch and just kind of refining it. By using the monoline, we create really clean line work. This way we can fill it in with a color drop tool later. Once we're done with our line work, we're ready to start coloring, the fun part. So now we're going to duplicate our line art layer and paint on the bottom layer. So on the top, it'll help keep the lines nice and crisp. At this point, you can also turn off your sketch layer. Just click on the box and toggle it off. At this point, you'll pick your colors in the color wheel and drag and drop them into the areas that you want. You can repeat this step on any of the areas that you want color in. You can also draw in additional details that you might have missed earlier. Another little thing you can do is also draw little snowflakes with the studio pen. For this next step, we'll add some shading and highlights. First, we'll create a new layer. So then we create a new layer underneath our uncolored line art. And then what we do is we select either black or dark blue, and we shade in or color the areas that we want to have shadows. And then later, we'll take the opacity down. So now we're going to tap with 2 fingers on the shading layer and take the opacity down to around 30 to 40%, or whatever you think looks good. So now we're going to create a layer for the highlights, and this layer should be all the way at the top, so you can take it and drag it all the way up. What we're going to do here is similar to what we did with the shadows, except on the opposite side. We're going to use white also instead of black. And once you're happy with where your highlights are, all you have to do is tap with 2 fingers on the highlight layer and take the opacity down to 30 or 40%, or whatever you think looks good. And at this point, you're pretty much done. Now we just need to find a site to print your stickers from. So there are 3 sticker sites that I recommend printing from, but you can also print these at home. But the 3 that I recommend are Sticker Mule, Sticker App, and Sticker Ninja.